I agree with you about Rain getting back to the ship. I agree about, I feel like I wish there had been a little bit more character development on Rain, but I can forgive that as long as they save that for the sequel. And just really, again, I wish that they had made it a little clearer. It's like a detail that blink and you miss it. It's on a computer screen that they're cloning the face huggers from the one that they found drifting out in space.
So I didn't know that there were clones. Like, yeah, boom. Had
Well,
no
yeah,
idea.
because if you think about it, they pulled in the xenomorph that Ripley blew out of the airlock in the original Alien.
Oh.
That's a drone xenomorph. It's not a queen, so there would be no eggs to lay. So they had to clone the face huggers. That's how that had to have worked. Because there's just no other way. It's the queen that lays the eggs.
That's so wild. I've always enjoyed the weird insect inspiration to this species. Like, it's so wild, and I like that it feels real. Um, Let me think back to the story here. Where there was this question that I think I asked the kids. Oh, no! I think I already asked you guys. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else we can talk about.
Xenomorphs are definitely, I have this list of horror icons that I'd read. If I had to go up against, xenomorphs are on the list of fuck no. Along
I'd
with
be
the
fucked.
Cenobites. Yeah, I would not want to go up against the xenomorph. I would not want to go up against the Cenobites. I would rather go up against Freddy Krueger and Jason over the xenomorphs. Again, I really appreciate that Romulus makes them scary again.
Yeah.
Can't praise that enough. I actually just talked to two people that go, "Oh, we haven't seen it," and I'm like, "I'll go with you. I liked it that much." So,
No,
yeah.
yeah. I guess we can do our ratings for the movie. I honestly will give it a 9.5. What about you? Out of 10.
You know, I can forgive the tiny little gripes. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10.
Hell yeah.
I'm that impressed with it. Like, I mean, my gripes that I have are so small and inconsequential that I'm like, I had just loved this movie overall. And as an Alien fan, so I think I told you this story, but I'll tell the people watching this story that I saw Alien when I was like 4 or 5 because I went over to my cousin's house and he was like, "Hey, do you want to watch a movie about aliens?" And I was like, "Okay."
Mm-hmm.
And even though it scared the absolute shit out of me as a kid, I'll be damned if I wasn't back over at my cousin's house, a week later asking, "Can we watch Alien?"
Nice.
Ellen Ripley became a character that was someone I looked to for safety and inspiration when I was little. Like when I was scared and in the dark, I think of Ellen Ripley, and like this franchise means a lot to me, just as much as Beetlejuice almost. And I couldn't be more happy with Alien Romulus. I was so pleasantly surprised.
Hell
And
yeah.
it's really because if this had failed, I would say just fucking retire it. Like kind of like I feel with Terminator at this point. Just let it go.
How do you feel about Aliens Earth coming to FX?
I'm gonna sum it up. The simplest way I can say it is that I feel very strongly like it's like I said about Beetlejuice, 100 ways to get it wrong and probably a lot less ways to get it right. So I think it's got some really big shoes to fill after Romulus, but here's hoping.
I'm excited for the possibilities. We'll see. That's all I'll say. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited too. I'm not gonna lie and act like I didn't, lose my shit when I saw it, but then I tempered myself and I'm like, hold up.
I'm glad that it's not on Fox and that it's on FX. Big one.
Right. I think the only other streaming service I think I would have tolerated is HBO Max.
HBO Max would have been good too, because at least that would have been
HBO Max would have done it right. I don't trust Netflix because Netflix has a habit of doing like one good season and then just the rest tank for some reason. I don't know, or they're not on par. So I'm glad it's FX. I just hope for the best, but I think it's got some really big shoes to fill after Alien Romulus.
Agreed. Yeah, I want to ask you about one more thing. Did you ever get to see the Chucky series? And how do you feel about
I
it?
did. I'm on season 2.
Hell yeah.
I'm where they're in the religious boarding school type of thing. And it's I think it's just fun. That's the best thing I can say is that it's fun. I don't try to look too hard into it because that storyline has just gotten so convoluted
Yeah.
that but I think it's really clever that they've roped Jennifer Tilly into this, and now Jennifer Tilly is kind of playing herself, and it's gotten very meta,
Yeah.
where she's fighting with herself. She's fighting with Tiffany in her own body.
Yes.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's the only way that the Chucky series could have survived after the reboot, just kind of tanking. I'm glad they're doing it, and I'm even more glad that Brad Dourif has basically said, "Hey, I'm retired except for Chucky."
Hell yeah.
I thought it was really cool. There's an episode, I think it's season 2, where they flash back to a young his daughter playing him, Fiona Dourif, and she just
Oh.
looks and sounds like her father. Like, it's so crazy. Like, there's so many crazy things in that series. I really recommend it to people. I'm like, if you just want to have fun with a horror series, don't take it too seriously. There's probably plenty of problems with it. In some parts, it's cheesy, but you gotta be when you're talking about Chucky, a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to run with the cheese a little bit. It's you embrace it and you do what you can with it. And I think they've done a pretty good job. It's fun, it's campy, it's still a little scary at times. So good balance.
Yeah, definitely enjoy the series. I am stuck at 2. I need to get back into the series, but I just remember that. Oh yeah, fucking Chucky, you're a perfect person to talk to, Chucky. I'm glad that you were able to come on the show, and I hope you get to come back on the show soon. Laney, where can they find you on the socials?
Right now, I'm a little bit more active on Facebook. You can find me under Elena, Elena, Lee, Lee. And I pretty much look like I do now. I've got the Lydia picture up there. And actually, something I would kind of like to plug right now, since this is coming out, is that I have one of the handbook for the recently deceased popcorn buckets up on my page. There's a contest going on for it right now. I'm going to be choosing a winner on September 30th and announce the winner on October 1st for this popcorn bucket. It's the Regal popcorn bucket, so the big one.
Nice.
It's really cool, yeah. And so, like, by all means, all you got to do is just go to my page, follow, find the post, comment, and tell me your favorite scene from either Beetlejuice, the sequel, or the cartoon series, and tag a friend. And that's it. You're automatically entered to win. Only one entry per person, but ended up with an extra one, and I figured, hey, this would be kind of fun to do and give people a chance to get them, since they sold out like that. They were gone pretty much on day one.
That is badass. I hope one of you lucky people get a new bucket for some awesome memorabilia. Be sure to tune in next week, and we'll be having a new Lucha Critics. Most likely next week. But yeah, be good to yourself and others. You can find me at right there. You see all those social tags throughout the show. And yeah, be good to yourself and others. Bye-bye. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, where's my thing? Bye.
Be sure to follow me on all the social platforms at NSIRick. And you can also email the show at notsointellectualpod@gmail.com. See you next time.